Hello, everyone. It is Barb Techel of joyfulpause.com. How is everybody doing? We are now in the month of February. I can't believe how fast January went. I almost have felt at times like the whole year of 2025 was January. But we've got 11 more months to go in the year. But just so many changes, so many things happening in the world. It can feel a little dizzying at times. Perhaps you're feeling the same way. Yeah, and I mean, at times too, it just feels like things are going really slow. Time just seems to be just really strange right now. And I do understand that's just all part of the process of what we're going through on a planetary level and everything that's transpiring in the world. Yeah, but it feels like time goes slow, especially when you're feeling challenged and feeling stuck, which I definitely have had my moments this last month, but that is working itself out, which feels very, very good to be in this new space. So I pulled some cards before I hit record for a theme, something for us to ponder for the month of February. And this month I pulled from the card deck. Let me grab that. I pulled from the card deck Prairie, Majesty, Oracle by Kara Simons. I think it's Simons. Sorry if I said your name wrong, Kara. And I love this deck because each of the cards asks a question. So not only are we going to get the theme for the month, but there's also a question to go with it. And I really, really loved the card when I pulled it because it feels so in alignment for where we are right now in the world. And like I said before, all the changes that are happening, some of which some people like, some people don't. So there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of fear. But I think this card speaks to helping us remember what we can each personally do and what we need to each personally remember as we go through these very chaotic and uncertain times that we continue to be in 2025. From what I understand astrologically, from astrologers I follow, it's gonna be a doozy. So make sure you have that seatbelt buckled up because it's gonna be a pretty wild ride. So the card is it's actually the plant, the prairie smoke, but the message on the card is liberate. And the question to ponder at the top of the card is, what reminds me I am free? What reminds me I am free? And the minute I pulled this card and was looking at it and saw the word liberate and the question to ponder, it just made me think about how often we get stuck in the outside world. It's not like we shouldn't pay attention to what's going on in the outside world, but how we can so often get caught up in that. And a lot of that is beyond our control. But what we can control that reminds us that we are free is, what are those things that help us to feel liberated at times where there's so much going on in the world. And really, I feel, and maybe you feel this too, but I do believe this at my core to be the truth, is it's more often than not, it's the very simple, slowing down, mindful awareness practices that we have in place. And they're not complicated. They're whatever it is that brings us joy, to bring us to when we feel ourselves getting stuck in that outside commotion, to bring it back into our own hearts and to just sit with that and be with that. And right now here I'm in Wisconsin. It's too cold to just do something as simple as sitting in a chair and listening to the wind or watching the birds. But I have done this. I have pulled up my meditation chair. I'm in my studio right now. I've pulled up my meditation chair from over there and opened up the blinds and just let the sun penetrate into my skin. And that's when I remind myself that in this moment I am free, I am okay, I am safe. And I just think it's such a vital message right now. And I think it's what we're really being called to understand, that we can make those choices. We have the freedom to do that despite the outside world chaos. And I'm just going to read a small section from the guidebook. So again, it is the plant is prairie smoke. And let me just see here what I wanted. Oh, in bud form, her flowers hang down tightly enclosed by sepals. Soon bumblebee forces its way in, intent on accessing the early springtime nectar. Pollination and fertilization eventually lead to the flowers upright, erupting into rosy, gauzy glory. In due time, sunshine dries and wind disperses their seed heads, which begin the cycle over again. I really like that because, I do want to share this. A prairie smoke sighting suggests something is ready to unlock. So in those moments where we feel really stuck and we're just going like a loop in our mind and we can't get ourselves out of that, it's a moment to stop and say, okay, what needs to be looked at? What needs to be unlocked? Where am I stuck? Where can I turn the key and free myself and liberate myself from these crazy thoughts that perhaps are going through my mind? So the prairie smoke offers clues for soul searching, though the opening is up to you. The opening is up to you. See, it's always our choice. It's always our choice. Is there anything weighing you down or closing you in? Sometimes a break in is needed for the breakthrough. Oh, right. And I know, trust me, I'm a human being just like you, and I can have my moments where I am so stuck, and I swear I'm never going to come out of it. But the more we do these practices and the more that we understand we have a choice, and really the key is the more that we remember to do those things that bring us joy, that when we're in those stuck moments, we can actually move out of them quicker than perhaps in the past. And I really believe that is what this time is all about, is remembering that we are here to experience love. We are here to experience joy. We are not here to feel trapped or to live in fear. And it's time that we each start to find ways in which to do that, so we can shift the vibration of this planet to more of that. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, wouldn't that be great if we all found what it is that makes us so passionate and so happy, and just be that and live that? It would be contagious, right? It would be contagious. And it does say maybe an external circumstance is forcing confrontation or change, whether desired or not. But what if it's part of your fertilization process? It could be an important growth opportunity. So again, I know sometimes it's hard to look at those things that are challenging, but it is. I mean, I definitely have had that myself the last month or two, and I've been doing the inner work to look at, well, what is that about for me personally? Why am I feeling these things? And then as those things have come up, I've cried about it. I've pulled cards about it. I've journaled about it. I will admit I have ranted and raved about it to my husband. But I think it's so important to release those things in order to bring us more quickly back to the center and the truth, the very truth of who we are, which is love and joy. Every one of us is that, every single person. Even people in the world that we may not agree with or we don't like, they are love and joy also. But they just may be caught in something that they can't get themselves out of at the moment. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about liberate. So I did pull an animal card for some animal wisdom to go along with the message of liberate. Wow. Very, very perfect and potent. And it is horse. I don't want to be in front of the microphone there. It is horse and empowerment. So when we think about liberate, it is up to us to empower ourselves, to not look to the outside world, or I think for a long time, and I think we're seeing this in a lot of different areas, but I'm particularly thinking what's coming into my mind right now is like Hollywood, or really putting all our faith and all our trust and all, giving our power away to like, Hollywood figures. I mean, I've done it. I've put people on a pedestal. I don't want to be put on a pedestal because I don't have all the answers. But I really, like when I do these readings every month for you, it's really about empowering you to do what is right for your life. And it's the same when I do readings for people or for people and their pets. It's really about empowering you to really drop into your heart, drop into your intuition of how it is you feel that is best for you to move forward and what liberation looks like for you. Yeah. I think that is it. I feel that's just such a potent, powerful message for this month. We are in the month of February, the month that we look at as love. And, I think the love, I know the love has to begin here in order for it to vibrate out into the world. So the more that we can caretake ourselves, the more we can be in service and love and joy to others. The older I get, the more that I understand that, though just like you, I have my moments and I fall back, but the quicker I can come out of it as well, and that's what I wish for each one of you. So I think that is it. I will be traveling the next mid-February. I'm leaving and traveling for the next 7-8 weeks in our motorhome. I'm so excited. We're going to Florida to be a little bit warm for a while. So I'm not sure I'll be able to do videos. We're kind of going to be like gypsies, see where we can get in. So I'm not sure how my connection for internet is going to be, but if I can do a video, I will definitely do that for you. But if not, you know why. And I will be back as soon as I can. Hopefully I can keep on schedule as I normally do, but I just wanted to let you know that as well. So let me know, does this resonate for you? Or I would love to hear what it is that makes you feel liberated, or what it is you're going to start putting into practice more that brings you joy. For me, creativity. I just started to learn how to watercolor, and I am going to be doing a little bit of that this afternoon because that's what brings me joy. I've also started to learn how to crochet, and all I'm doing is the basic stitch, but I'm telling you, it's like a meditation, and I don't even think of anything when I'm doing like watercolor or crocheting, and it just takes me out of this crazy busy head of mine that can be sometimes, like I know probably many of you too. So yeah, let me know what it is you are going to do to liberate yourself, and what reminds you that you are free and that you can choose to be free. And yeah, let me know. All right. Okay. Have a great month, everybody. I will see you as soon as I can. Again, take good care. Bye.